here to shuffle up the deck. You'll probably think I'm famous because I got a blue check. I remember playing ball.
Today we're talking about serve patterns in doubles. The biggest advantage of being in a doubles team is you have a partner at the net in a great position to finish the point. An ace is not the easiest way to win. So we're trying to plan as a pair to give my partner the best chance at making the easiest volley and the best chance of using the angles and the court to our advantage. The basic principle we're talking about is you've got to serve down the middle to get your partner a better chance at a first volley. If you serve wide, your partner should know that that's coming up and be able to plan ahead for it. The serve down the middle is still a pretty big space. So the idea here is putting that serve down the middle can pull the volleyer out into the court to help finish the point. So the first part that we want to look at is that down the middle is a space anywhere down that center line. So it's a pretty big area. Eventually we can define it a little bit more, but for today that's all we need. So the idea is serving anywhere to the side of the center line pulls that returner towards the middle of the court. So now once he gets contact with the ball, it forces him to hit in a certain direction. So the angles that he's going to be working with now from his contact point are going to be pretty straight down the line, so following this line through, which is pretty much where your volley is going to start in most cases. This guy took a little bit of a head start, but then the cross-court angle he can achieve still is towards the center of the court. So once he hits it, you can see where the volleyer gets to, closing and taking that angle. He's still pretty much in the center of his court. So that's very achievable by the volleyer. So by serving down the middle, you give your partner a big chance to get out and cut off that angle. Now on the opposite side, if we serve wide, so we have these guys. So if we have the serve going wide, so again the same idea of when the serve gets hit, anywhere between the center of the service box and the sideline is going to be a wide serve. So it's taking that person out towards the sideline for him to get his contact. So now once we have the person out there, the angles for the returner changes. So if we look at where he can hit, now he can hit a dead flat ball down the sideline, or the returner can take another big angle cross court. So now this changes the angles on the court on more of a diagonal. So that forces, you see this, the volleyer, they have to start heading towards the sideline to cover that option if the person does go flat down the line. Plus it draws the returner in, so the distance between the volleyer and the returner is a lot smaller. So now as they hit it, it forces the volleyer to the side. If I can get back up there. So the serve goes wide. It forces the volleyer to cover that down the line shot because no one else can cover it, and it's also the first danger when the return is setting up. So we're pulling this person away from the center of court where 90% of your traffic's going to go. Whereas if we reverse that and we go back to our first video, once the serve goes down the middle, you're forcing the person, the returner, to the middle of the court, and you're straightening up the possible angles so your volleyer can now have a much better chance of taking that first volley, which, if they're in the right place, is probably aggressive to winning shot every time. So when planning on your serving pattern during a match, you don't have to have a million different serves and a million different aces. It's not up to the server to win the points by themselves. It's up to the server and the volleyer to disrupt how the players return. So the more in sync you can get with your partner, the better off your results are going to be.